Hey, Bublynn, coming in, crushing this art. All right, we're back at it, and I just want to let you know how to check your dream. Make sure that it can gleam, glisten, ride the waves, ride the currents so you can be surfing, all right, clean, you know what I mean? Or, um, learn that you really got to flood your whole own world, and your head's really in the sand. But, even if that's the case, maybe you got to go through this whole life working and working to get your head deeper in the sand. And maybe in our next life, you'll be in that head in the sand space. Maybe it'll be a good space. Okay, but anyway, so if we're trying to figure out if our dreams are illusory, right? Like if something alludes to something, what does it do? Oh, whoa, it tells us of the future. It's like connected to prophecy, right? Oh, and then like, when do prophets manifest, right? They manifest under or over a following, right? Like we don't get an unheard of prophet. That's not prophecy. Like if it could be. I don't think I've heard of it, but to me, it's almost like what happens is, right, there's someone with enough understanding of yin, of the world, of nature. And so this is why all of a sudden they get a lot of following, because either they're expressing this understanding to people or they're utilizing an understanding to get people lost. And so, but either way, they're expressing a light that does work with nature in a way that allows them to ride or manifest a sort of wave or influence or a relationship with the world, their vehicle to work in, organization, right? So that would be illusory in that fact, in their relationship, right? Then we'd go back down to like, what are they trying to do, right? Are they trying to do something that is going to be worked to be taken down? Or are they going to do something that is going to be worked and held true as like holy to the people, right? Because this is where it just comes down to like, if you do outclass and outsmart people, like, are you giving back or are you working to monopolize and like keep down, right? Or like just basically, if you just don't even care, how much does your dream work with that, right? Because if your dream is not working for the people, but you are still smart, right? You have the eluding or the illusory capacity to create illusions, to create these awesome facades, these awesome dreams, these situations, places, events, purchases, these things for people to jump into and relate with. But if that's not solid and that's not actually helping people, and there wasn't a solid foundation upon that, over time it will develop a sort of resistance. Okay, but either way, let's go back a couple steps. So in order to check if your dream is a delusion, right, automatically we have the first level of how does this relate with the world and how does this come out when you're acting on this, right? Because what we have is we have like just people fighting against nature, you know what I mean? Like people that their whole goal is just killing, like just murdering, right? And this is totally going against nature to the point where if someone truly knows who you are, all they're going to want is to take you out of this world, you know what I mean? And so, and that's where it does go down to like if you do stick down to that, right? It is starting with the delusion. And then in order to actually exercise that, you have to create your whole own head in the sand, right? You can't express that to anybody. Like no one's going to fuck with that. So it's like, that is pure like delusion energy, you know what I mean? So that would kind of be on the farthest end of delusion. So basically, to sum it up, more meta and how to check yourself, right? When you're going after your dream, when you're putting energy into your dream, right? It depends on how, first off, your body, right? Your internal space is responding. Mentally, how are you responding? How is this making you feel, right? What is this doing for your actual physical structure, right? Your body and your mind, right? And then you'll check over time, is this working with the nature of my mind and my body, right? If not, you're deluding yourself. If so, maybe this alludes to a higher life. Maybe this will bring light to, maybe this will bring me forward to a higher place, you know what I mean? And that's just care. That's just constructive behavior, right? But either way, then we have working with the environment, working with people, or working against the environment, right? Because this could be something totally good for me, right? like my dream, right? But all of a sudden, oh, here we go, killing again. You know, all of these people are getting harmed and like fucked up by everything you're doing, you know what I mean? And so that's where, even if you're getting money, you know what I mean? You're getting like all of this stuff, you're creating all of this resistance in this dimension, right? Like, maybe you're totally out of that. Maybe you just want to be in a place of mad killing. Everybody's just fucking killing, you know? Like, fuck, dude. Like, then, yeah, like, shit, man. Like, some people are gonna go there and, like, fuck, dude. Sucks for the good people that gotta take them out, you know what I mean? Or, like, they may even manifest a situation where they're in some, like, fucking double fucking, like, homicide with another fucking serial killer, and then it just ends up, like, they just tether, and then their dreams intertwine, and they just go to their own hell. You know what I mean? We don't even gotta fucking play a part in it, but you never know, you know? So either way, we understand that would be like a delusion, and that's going back, right? That's saying I'm not utilizing Earth as a stepping stone to move forward. That's saying I'm going back. I need to re-internalize, re-figure out what I'm here for, because this isn't the place for me. And you're gonna do that until you die, and you're gonna draw it until you die. And like you're basically like how I see it, this is probably gonna manifest like a insecure, incestual, or internalized or lesser basically life in the future, right? And you're gonna have to go back a step and learn. And if you still ally with that same way too, like you'll have to go back, restructure until you actually do correlate and are on the same level with the world or nature, physically a dimension that does correlate with that. But so either way, so that would be having a deluding dream, right? And that would be to the nature, because once you start going to this benefiting at least nature, right, on its base, this is where you could start having an eluding dream where people can jump into this, people can benefit from this, right? But this is also where we start to get like trickster type energy. Like, is this a benefit in the moment? You know, what weight comes with this? Like, you know what I mean? Are you taking people from like, what are your motives, right? And so that's where it comes down to. That could either be it, no matter what, it's eluding, no matter what, it's a future in this world, you know what I mean? But that it's now, it more so comes down to like, are you playing Loki or are you playing a soul group, right? Are you creating a situation where everyone's trying to crab their way to the top, or are you creating a situation of family? You know what I mean? And so family, having a whole soul, having a whole body or organization actually within you, like you're so tight with all these dragon fuckers, you know what I mean, that like you just know what's going on in every sector and you're just fucking, you know what I mean? So that would be the best definition of an illusion, because now you have all the creation energy of this entire organization, you know what I mean? Whereas if you're at the Loki perspective, you don't get the creation energy of the entire organization. You get your own until someone else comes and takes that away. So it could have been eluding, it could have been life for the moment, but at the same time, organization, nature, the wave that we're in is going to come swoop that away. So basically, to sum it up, right, you can either ride the waves that we're in, or you can create your own waves, right? And so if you don't want to utilize the waves that we're in, and when you want to just go against them, then basically you're going to see yourself out. But if you do like want to correlate your dream with riding the wave somehow, then you can find yourself rising through this in a way. But then you never know, right? Like some people may need to go step back, like a step back. Maybe this isn't the place for everybody, you know what I mean? And they don't fuck with the natures here in any way, shape, or form, right? And so like, you know what I mean? But this is just how to check. Are you trying to delude, like go back, go within, you know what I mean? Or are you trying to elude, use this as a stepping stone, go to the future, surf, right? So those yeah, it's just a little bit about dreams, you know what I mean, and how they relate to the world. Hey, be lucky. Look, Bublynn, Sitra, Beach, out.